Football isn't just a game, it's controlled chaos. Bodies collide at bone-shattering speeds, and every single play carries the risk of something going horribly, catastrophically wrong. Most of the time, players pop back up, but sometimes they don't. Sometimes the hit is so devastating, so brutal, that even the toughest guys on the planet can't hide the agony. Today we're breaking down the 5 most painful NFL injuries ever captured on camera, the ones that made grown men scream, silenced entire stadiums, and left scars that go way deeper than skin. These aren't just career enders. These are the injuries that haunt highlight reels forever. Let's start at number 5, and trust me, it only gets worse from here. (2018) Washington versus Houston. Alex Smith, the veteran quarterback, gets wrapped up and then snap. His leg breaks in 2 places, tibia and fibula, both gone. But here's the part that makes your stomach turn. It was a compound fracture. The bone literally tore through his skin. Doctors later compared it to injuries you'd see in a car wreck, not a football field. Smith was rushed into emergency surgery, but that was just the beginning. 17 surgeries followed. Flesh-eating bacteria attacked the wound. At one point, amputation was on the table. The pain wasn't just physical, it was existential. This man fought for his life, not just his career. And somehow, against every odd, he came back and played again in 2020. That's not just toughness, that's legendary. Jhonny Knox, one of the fastest guys in the league, goes back for a fumble. Seattle's Anthony Hargrove hits him low. Knox's body folds backward, not bent, folded, like a lawn chair snapping shut the wrong way. Multiple vertebrae fractured, severe spinal contusion. The stadium went silent. Players turned away. Even the broadcast team couldn't find words. Knox was screaming in pain, and you could see it in his teammates' eyes. They knew. This wasn't something you come back from. And he didn't. Career over. Just like that. The visual still haunts people who saw it live. It's one of those moments that reminds you how fragile the human body really is, no matter how fast or strong you are. Bo Jackson wasn't human. He was a video game character brought to life. 2-sport superstar. Faster than everyone, stronger than everyone, untouchable. Until January 13th, 1991, Raiders versus Bengals, playoff game. Bo takes a routine tackle, gets hit low, and his hip dislocates. But it's worse than that. The femoral head fractures. The joint essentially explodes. Bo tried to walk it off. He couldn't. The pain was instant and unbearable. He left the field and never played football again. Later, the hip deteriorated so badly he needed a full replacement. We didn't just lose a player that day. We lost a legend in his prime. The emotional pain of what could have been still stings. Bo was supposed to rewrite the record books. Instead, one tackle erased it all. September 9th, 2007. Kickoff coverage. Tight end. Kevin Everett makes a tackle and goes down. He doesn't get up. He doesn't move. Paramedics rush out and the crowd realizes something's horribly wrong. Everett was temporarily paralyzed from the neck down. Doctors gave him a 3% chance of ever walking again. The pain wasn't just physical, so it was the terror of not knowing if he'd ever feel his legs again. But here's the miracle. Through experimental treatments, grueling rehab, and sheer willpower, Everett defied the odds. He walked again. He regained function. But that moment on the field? It changed the NFL forever. New protocols, new equipment, new awareness. And it reminded everyone that football, at its core, is dangerous as hell. And now the undisputed king of painful NFL injuries. The one that still makes players cringe almost 40 years later. Joe Theismann, the starting quarterback, drops back to pass. Lawrence Taylor and Harry Carson come crashing in. Theismann goes down and his leg just snaps backward. The sound alone made people sick. Compound fracture. Bone through the skin. You could see it on the field. Theismann screamed. The crowd went silent. Joe Theismann's career ended right there, on live television, in front of millions. The pain was instant, excruciating, and career-ending. And it's still the most iconic, gruesome injury in NFL history. These injuries aren't just painful. They're reminders. Reminders that football is brutal, that every play could be the last, that even the toughest, most prepared athletes in the world are one hit away from disaster. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon. Keep watching.